Hello my dear students, I hope you all are doing well. So we are studying the animal tissue chapter right now in biology, and in the previous lesson we have talked about what is a tissue and how many types of tissues are there in our body, and we also talked about the epithelial tissue, its locations, its functions, its structure, types, everything. Okay, so let's just do a little recap. That is, epithelial tissues are of three types. Okay, so squamous, columnar and cuboidal epithelial tissues are there. They generally give the protection. They are the outer coverings of our body as well as the linings of the internal organs. Okay, we all have learned that. I wish that you all have recapped it and understood the chapter. Okay, so let's move on now to the next topic, the next type of tissue that is present. Okay, so what is that? That is muscular tissue. Other than epithelial tissues, there are also three types of tissues left in our body. Which ones are? Muscular, nervous tissue, and also connective tissue. So today, first we are going to talk about the muscular tissue. Okay, muscular tissue. Muscular tissue. So as you all know now that tissues are nothing but a group of cells, right? So in case of muscular tissue, which type of cells are combining here by their function? So epithelial tissue gives us covering and does many types of functions, right? Various types of functions, they help to do that. In case of muscles, we all move from the time we wake up till the time we are going to sleep. Also during our sleep, there are many types of movements occurring inside our body or outside our body. Like I am talking right now, I am moving my hands, I am writing in the board. All these are movements. You all are watching this. Your eyes, that is also moving. Also you have had your maybe your lunch before coming to school. So the food is also moving inside your body. You are eating your food from your mouth and then it goes down and it gets digested. So everything, there are many types of movements occurring inside our body. So which cells are responsible for that? These muscular tissue cells are responsible for this type of movements. Muscle cells and muscle tissues, okay, that are responsible for these kind of movements inside our body. So if we try to define what is a muscular tissue, what will we say? As I have told you in the live class, that we are going to say a general idea. In definition, we are going to give a general idea, right? So what type of idea we are going to give for muscle? So muscle tissues are tissues that are located all over our body, because the movement occurs inside all parts. If there is not any kind of problem or any damage, movement occurs in every part. So muscular tissues are present in every part of our body. Tissues that are located in every part of our body, every part of our body which are responsible for what? For movement. Which are responsible for movement of our different body parts. Okay, the whole body also, not only the body parts, the whole body also, movement of whole body, that is involved, the body parts are involved in that, right? So these are called the muscular tissues. Where can we find them? In all over our body, like starting from our eyes to our hands to our legs to our alimentary canal. to also our internal organs like lungs, your heart, that is pumping, that is also a movement, right? For our stomach, that is digesting our foods. So many types of movements are happening inside the tissues, inside the body. So that are muscular tissues. Okay, I hope you all have understood that. Now moving to the types. What types of muscular tissues are there? Obviously there are three types of epithelial tissue we have studied. Now muscular tissues, that also have types. So let me write that first. You don't need to write the definition here. I will give that in the study material. Okay. Now just listen. So the first type. Okay. The first type is I'm removing the muscular part also because then I will keep more space. Okay. So first of all, that is not involuntary. It is voluntary. Voluntary muscles. Okay. What does it mean? Voluntary means the name. I am saying that in biology there are many cases where the name suggests the function or the structure or anything that resembles the name. Okay. So in case of voluntary, they are volunteers who volunteer. Like in my hand, there is my bone is present. In legs also the bone is present. So how am I moving my bone, like folding this and doing this? You all can do that. How can you do that? With the help of what? With the help of voluntary muscle tissues. Okay. So as the name says, the voluntary muscle tissues are working under your will. Like you can move it as per your will. As per your choice, you can move it. When I want to stretch my hand like that, I can do that. When I want to close it, I can do that. Okay. When I want to move my head in this way, I can do that. Also in this way, I can do that. So all the muscles are working under my will. As I want to do it, as I say to do this, they do that. Okay. That is why it is called voluntary muscles. We can control that. Okay, so first point will be works under our will. Under our will or under our control. Under our control. This is the first point. First property we can say that. Okay. Second property would be where, where can we find that? We will do that in the last part. So how does it look like? Okay, how does it look like? The structure would be cylindrical. Okay, long and cylindrical, like a cylinder. This is also resembles a cylinder, this marker. So it looks like a cylinder and it is long. So it is long. It is cylindrical. Cylindrical. Also it is unbranched. There are no branches present. So unbranched. Okay. Please refer to the pictures on your book. Okay. I am not drawing it here, but okay, let's do quick drawing. That would be your, where can I draw it? Let's draw it here. Can you see it? Let me wait. I'm just checking. Can you see it? Okay, you can see it. Okay. Okay. So, how it looks like? It looks like this type of cylinders present here. Okay. This is one cylinder, suppose. There is another cylinder here. Okay. There are lines like that. There are also bands, light and dark bands present. Why light and dark bands present? I will tell you that later. just drawing it roughly, okay? If you draw it properly. There are also nucleus. Many nucleuses are present. Many nucleuses can be present here. Okay, see, there is no branches. They are long, cylindrical, and there are many nucleuses are present. So, multinucleated. Multinucleated. It would be multinucleated. Okay. The fourth point would be, where can we find it? Where in every body part that we can move as per our will. There we can find voluntary muscle. Don't try to just memorize and remember. Just understand that if I can move my hand as per my will, there should be there should be any voluntary muscle present there. Okay. So in my hands, in my legs, in my like I can say in my head, in my neck, in my anywhere, neck, so on. There are many examples. Okay, there are many examples. In our like I can move my jaws also, so I can say that in my jaws too. In my tongue I am talking, so in my tongue, jaws, tongue, any part of the body, fingers. Okay, so this type of voluntary muscles are present there. Okay. So also one more thing there, that is there are bands present there, as I was saying. Why bands are present there? So in case of voluntary muscles, you see I can move my hand. Okay, so how can I move my hand? I can move my hand because there are some types of protein filaments present. They are called, these are not in your exact chapter, but if you can remember that or you can understand that, that will be good. Okay, so in my hands, in the voluntary muscles, there are actin and myosin protein filaments are there. Actin and myosin, two types. Actin and myosin. Okay. Two types of protein filaments are there. They help you to contract and relax your muscles. Whenever I am trying to close my hand or pull it closer to my body, like doing this or doing this, closing, that is called the muscle contraction. The muscle contracts and the body part which you want to pull closer comes closer to you. And whenever you try to relax, you just want to move forward, then it just relaxes. So by contracting and relaxing, the voluntary muscle works. So for that contraction and relaxation, there are some types of these bands are present. Okay, there are I band, A band, J band. There are different types of bands. You will learn that in future. So these bands help in the contraction and relaxation. That is why these are present here. So they are. So we can call them also as striated muscles. Okay. Where can I write that? Striations present. Striated muscles, or you can say that striations present. Okay. This you can tell them. Striated muscles. Also there is also one name I just forgot that. That is skeletal muscles. Why skeletal muscles? Because it is attached to your skeleton system, to bones, attached with bones. That is why I can pull my hand. No, if there is no muscle, only bone present, how am I able to just pull it closer? I can't. I won't be able to do that. Because the muscles are attached, as the muscles are contracting, the bone is also coming closer. So that is why it is attached to your skeletal system. So for that reason, we can also call it as skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle or skeletal tissue. Okay. Okay. I hope you all have understood. Now coming to the involuntary. Involuntary muscle. The name says that is the opposite. So what does this mean? It means it is against your will. Let me draw it first. It looks like spindle cell. Okay, this is spindle cell. This type. I am just not drawing it anymore. It will take just time. These are uninucleated. There won't be many nucleuses like voluntary muscles. Okay, there will be just one nucleus present in every muscle. So the first thing is not under our control. Let me give you an example. First, let me give you an example. Which example? In case of moving your eyes. If I take my hand very close to your eyes suddenly just closes. Okay, you can't just control it. Or for food, whenever you eat something, when the food is in your mouth, you can feel it. But after that, the food goes down by itself. You don't control it. You can't say that to the food that stop here. Don't go to my belly. You can't say that. Okay. For lungs also, for pumping of heart is another thing. We'll come to that. So for lungs also, for stomach, for urinary bladder, everything, the movement is occurring, that is not under your control. You can't control it. Like voluntary muscles, like your hands and legs and mouth and neck and everything, you can't control that. So that is called involuntary muscles. The muscles present there that controls the movement are called involuntary muscles. Okay. The second point would be how it would the voluntary muscles, how it looked. It looked like cylindrical and long and unbranched. So for involuntary muscle, it looks like spindle cell. I have drawn it. Spindle shaped. Right. Spindle shaped it is. Third number is it is uninucleated. It is uninucleated. Okay. There is only one nucleus is present. Okay. Where can you find it? In our alimentary canal. In our lungs, stomach. See, in stomach, in case of stomach, the outer lining is made up of epithelial tissues, and the movement that is happening on inside that is caused by involuntary muscle or involuntary muscle tissue. So don't get confused that ma'am, in case of stomach, which one is present? Both are present. Okay, intestines. And so on, everywhere it is present. In case of you don't control. There are no striations present. Okay. No striations present here. Okay. Any point missed? Let me check once. Okay. Okay, the function. I missed the function. That is why I was thinking that I missed something. Okay. So for voluntary muscles, they help in the movement of your body under your will. You can do that. You can write that in this point also. That it helps the movement of the bones or of the body. Helps in movement under our will. Okay, this also helps in movement, but against our will, or not under our will, not under our control. Helps in movement which are not under our control. You can give any example also here. Okay, not under our control. Now the third one. The third one is cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles. Okay. Can you see that? Let me check the answer also. Yes, you can see that. Okay. So for cardiac muscles, just think about one thing. It is amazing. From the time you have born, you have taken birth, that from that time till your death, there is one organ which is working non-stop. It doesn't get tired. It don't take rest. Yes, obviously all the body parts are working. Nobody is taking rest. But that one is very important. That one is working like no other organ. Our heart, that is pumping, that is constantly pumping. If even one time your heart says, no, I am tired, I want to take some rest, what will happen? You will be gone. There is no chance that you can come back from that tiredness to the life. Nobody can. So there should be some kind of tissues or cells present there that do not get tired. They should be specialized, because whenever you sleep, all the other body parts, they get a little bit rest. Even your brain also, they get a little bit rest. That is why we need 8 hours of sleep. So, but for heart, it doesn't take rest in any time of our life. Okay, so the cells or the tissues it is made up of, that is a specialized type. So that is called the cardiac muscles or cardiac muscle tissues. Okay. So what is the specialization? Specialization is, by structure wise, it resembles to voluntary muscles. It looks like voluntary muscles, but the function you all already know. Can you control your heart? Can you control yes, many of you will say that, yes ma'am, heart is another thing for like teenagers or everything, but in case of biologically, heart is only concerned with pumping blood to all over your body. It has nothing, no other functions. So for cardiac muscle, for function wise, it resembles to involuntary muscles. Okay, that is not under your control. So for the structure wise, okay, first draw it. Let's draw it. It resembles to this one very much. There is this is also cylindrical, but there are branches. There are branches. Okay. There are branches with it. This is really whenever you draw, please take the book. Please take the book. Okay. There is this type of bands present. These are not actin myosin bands. And nucleus. So something like that. Just check from the book. Yeah, something like that. There should be another nucleus. There should be another nucleus. So, as I was saying that it is also not under our control. Not under our control. The second point is how it is looked. It is long, it is cylindrical, but it is branched. So cylindrical cylindrical and branched. Okay. Third point, third is it is also uninucleated. Uninucleated. Okay. There is only one nucleus present in every muscle, not multinucleated like voluntary muscles. Okay. For the fourth point, where can you find it? Obviously in our heart. Heart. Only in heart. That is why it is called cardiac. Cardiac means heart. Okay. So for the fifth point, striated muscle, no striations present. Here also no striations present. Okay. No striations present. And for the sixth point, I am writing it here. The sixth one, helps in movement of the heart. Helps in contraction and relaxation of the heart. So movement of heart. Movement of heart. Okay. So these are the typical three types of muscles present in our body. Three types of muscle tissues present in our body. Okay. So I hope you all have understood this. Voluntary muscles, because they volunteer, that means they are willing to listen to us. Okay. You can remember it that way, that it says I will volunteer. So I will do what as you say. They are like, no, we are not volunteers, we won't listen to you. We will do as we decide, but not that. It listens to our brain. It doesn't listen to us like that, but it is under the control of our brain. Everything in our body is under your brain's control. Okay. And cardiac muscles, they have born to, they know that we have generated just to pump, just for. Okay, so as I was saying that cardiac muscle only works in case of heart, in case of pumping of heart. Okay. And two more things that you need to learn here, that is sarcoplasm and sarcolemma. What is sarcoplasm? The specialized cytoplasm that is present in inside of the cardiac muscle cells. Okay, that is called the sarcoplasm, the cytoplasm of cardiac muscle cells. And the outer covering, this is called the sarcolemma. Okay, so sarcolemma and sarcoplasm you need to remember. Sarco means everything. If there is sarco present in your in the name, that is related to the heart mostly. Okay. So that is all for today. I hope you have understood the muscle tissues, and in the next class we will talk about the nerve tissues, and please study this well, and I will see you in the next class.